Diamonds in the rough. NFL Draft Diamonds. Time to shine.
Hi, my name is Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds, and today I have with me a diamond in the rough. His name is Jay Leonard. He's a safety out of San Jose State. How's your day going, buddy?
Man, it's going great, man. It's going great.
Cool. So, uh, tell me just kind of a little bit about your journey, if you don't mind. Maybe where you grew up and how you got there to San Jose State.
Oh man, so I actually grew up in a military home. My mom's in the military, so we moved around quite a bit. I was originally born in Beaumont, Texas, and then we moved around from there to Florida, California, and I even lived in Japan for a little bit. And then I ended up in high school in California, Rio Mesa, and from there I got recruited by several schools. My little recruiting journey was a little weird at first because I played a couple sports. I didn't know which one I wanted to choose. Ended up choosing football, and I've had multiple schools come to me, mostly all Mountain West, and then I started getting interest from like Stanford, bigger Pac-12 schools and stuff like that. And it's actually crazy. I still remember my first letter from a college I'd never, it was actually Wisconsin. I'm like, man, this is so surreal. And they just started coming and coming after that. And I'm like, man, this is great. And then I had a couple coaches come by from, San Jose State, to be exact. It was Dante Williams, the corner coach. I think he's somewhere else now. And, we really connected. My family loved him. And that was a huge thing in my process. So since they loved him, I loved him too, because he was telling me everything, how things were going to be from day one when I got here to, till I graduate. And it's been that way, even though he's not been around. And I love San Jose. It's a big part of me.
So, what makes San Jose State special for you?
Oh man. So as soon as I got here, the big thing is like brotherhood. We preach that. But it's something you actually feel when you get here, the comfort level you are with all the guys, the coaches, the community. Um, Even if things aren't as good, like on the field wise, everyone still loves each other. It's a big brotherhood thing over there. And I would say that's what really got me. As soon as I come on an official visit and visit, I think I had Andre Chachere was my host. He actually plays for the Eagles now. And I just felt like I already knew him and we didn't even know each other that well. And he showed me a good time, let me hang out around the guys, the coaches, and I knew that's where I wanted to be.
Nice. So, let's kind of talk about you as a prospect now. So, again, I had introduced you as a safety, pretty decent sized safety, actually, about 6'2", 210 pounds. So, what does that mean when we're talking about you as an athlete? What kind of player are you? What kind of defensive back are you? Where are you lined up there on the field typically?
Man, so me, I line up anywhere. That's just the way I am, man. The way I am, I'm competitive, and it's been that way since I was yay high. So I love being an enforcer. I'm an enforcer type of safety. You can put me in the box outside, but the thing I love most is making plays. That just gets my blood going, and being out there on the field, letting the other team have it.
Great. So, again, we're looking at a guy with over 300 career tackles, which is great. What do you feel separates you as a prospect? What about your game in particular do you feel, again, like I said, kind of sets you apart?
Man, like I said, I'm an enforcer. You don't get that very often out of the safety position nowadays. And I feel like I bring that to the table. You can, like I said, put me in the box, um, good post safety as well. And, when I'm out there, you can count on me to make something happen.
So, again, you've been in college actually for a while, for six. I think this is your sixth year. I don't know how many degrees you've gotten by now, but obviously, you've been there at San Jose State. did pretty well there for a while. I mean, obviously, 2018 it was a phenomenal season. 2019 was a great season for you, and then boom, COVID hits, and so like a
Oh
lot of
man.
everything just kind of went completely out of whack for you. You yourself only played 5 games that season. So walk me through this COVID pandemic season for you. I mean, how did that work for you? How did you stay motivated? Maybe even try and better your game.
Man, so that was actually I would say my favorite season just by far, even though, we won the championship and everything, put that aside. Um, because it showed you how dedicated and motivated we were as a team. And I've found that in myself as well, how dedicated and motivated I was as well. And it dates all the way back to like the springtime, when the whole COVID thing happened. We couldn't practice here in San Jose like that. Our spring ball got canceled, man.
Hmm.
And we had to figure out as a team what we were going to do. So, what we did? We set up a Facebook page and we were all like doing separate workouts and putting it on the Facebook page just to show how dedicated we were as a team. And that was just like, that was a cool experience. And then going into the summer, we went head first, putting in the work as a team. I feel like that was a different summer in my opinion. And then going into the season, still couldn't really practice or anything. We had to go to Humboldt State. We're staying in Humboldt State, freaking practicing in the morning when it's like foggy and cold. But we had each other, and that's what made that experience so like surreal. That experience was very, I'll say, top 2 moments in my life. And then going into the season, we went straight. We let everyone feel it. We let everyone feel everything we felt that whole time off.
Interesting. So again, you had mentioned like the COVID, the 2020 season is really like your favorite season, albeit only a few games there. So you took that, you ran with it, and then the following season, this past season, you were named team captain. So talk to me about you as a leader of that program, of that defense. What kind of a leader are you?
So I was really focused on everybody being accountable, holding each other accountable, especially on the defensive end of the ball. We really took pride on that, whether that was being on time to workouts, doing everything the strength coach is asking of us, and pretty much holding everyone in your position room accountable for, watching the film, being ready when their number is called and stuff like that. So I would say the type of leader I was I wouldn't be all in your face, but you would know I'm all in your face. Like you would know I have a message. I have a plan for how we're gonna run things. So people really took that and kind of ran with it. I would say people respected me as a leader just because of the fact I wasn't gonna put you on blast, but we had to talk. We had to talk about these things and get these things in order.
Gotcha. So more than just the old guy there, but also the consummate leader. A guy who's going out there also, being that example for a lot of those younger guys for sure. So let's talk about that daily grind that you have to endure. Each and every week preparing for that opponent. Let's talk about the film room first. So give me maybe an example of how you've taken the film and really better your game. Maybe even a specific example about where you saw something and it really paid off.
Man, so there was actually when it comes to the film, we really harp on that, especially as defensive backs. And I was the team captain, team leader, so we would have a couple meetings and stuff, probably at my house or whatever, or we'll meet in the morning with our DB coach, Coach Eric, and we'd go over these things, see the route combos, see what the tendencies are for the quarterback. We would see if the quarterback is rubbing his towel, what it indicates a quick pass. I think that was Nevada. Yeah, Nevada. Indicates a quick hitch. We knew those things right away. And I would say, the film translates all the way to the field. And you'll hear a lot of guys say that, but that stuff's real true, man. And it's a big part of not just my game, but our team's game, you know.
Gotcha. And then also weight room. I mean, you got to get in the weight room. I mean, I know
Yes.
you've gained a little bit of muscle since being there at San Jose State. So, how have you used the weight room in order to better your game? Let's first kind of talk about like your favorite lift in the weight room. So, tell me
Shoot.
that.
My favorite lift is actually it would have to be like pull-ups or something. Or
Pull-ups. Okay.
exactly, pull-ups. Just because it's not like crazy or anything, but I feel like I'm getting a good pump out of it. And I'll put like a plate or something around my waist, and I'll just go crazy on that. I just like pull-ups for some reason. I don't know.
Interesting. So we're working out the upper body a little bit there, your biceps. So
Yeah.
uh, obviously, I mean, are there any personal bests there in the weight room that you want to share, or you want to kind of you know keep that a little bit of a mystery? I'll just kind of leave that up to you if you want to share some.
Man, so I'll say we're gonna have to see when it comes to my pro day.
That's all good,
Yes,
man.
sir.
We'll
Yes,
we'll
sir.
we'll, we'll just kind of leave it at that. That's just fine. So, um, again, like I had mentioned, I mean, you've been there for quite a while. Had a lot of good memories, good moments, some great games. Is there any maybe particular moment or game that just kind of sticks out in your memory? I mean, maybe there's a play that's just kind of like on repeat in your head. So, can you share with
Man,
me one of those moments?
it's okay if I share two of those moments.
That's fine, man. Just
Man, so I'd say the first moment would actually be 2017 against San Diego State. And I guess they had Rashad Penny. It wasn't a like a crazy good game or whatever for us, but there was one play I had where the running back he hit outside, and then it was just me and him. I lifted him off his feet and just slammed him. And I'm like, dang, that really just happened. I think I'm in college now, you know? And then I'll say another moment was actually my first start, which was the Hawaii game. Hawaii game 2017. And dude, we're in Hawaii for like 3 days. Um, shoot, we're just, I get the word that I'm starting, and I'm like, man, I'm nervous. I just got off my redshirt freshman year. I'm actually a freshman now. I'm playing. I'm like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna handle this. So I didn't leave my hotel room like one bit besides when we had meetings and stuff and practice. And I was just on film, taking notes, everything. I'm like, man, I'm not gonna mess up this moment. So I think I had a pretty good game that game. And I was just like, man, I've arrived. This was just a surreal feeling.
nice. So, I mean, yeah, those early memories are hard to beat for sure. So, I mean, I totally understand that. So, I do want to kind of pick your brain a little bit. Whether you want to call these psychological questions or not is up to you. But I mean, if you were able to maybe speak to your younger self, give him a little bit of advice about this long journey that you've been on. What sort of advice would you tell maybe your high school self there in Beaumont, Texas?
Um, Shoot, what I would tell my younger self, I would grab him by the ears and tell him, man, do your school homework and don't take any moment for granted. Take each moment that you have and do it with your ability, whether it hurts you, whether it's not fun, and just live with no regrets. Don't regret anything that you are doing from now until you feel like you have made it.
Awesome. And next question really is, you've had a lot of great coaches over the years,
Yes.
whether it be high school or there at San Jose State. Is there a lesson that still sticks with you today? Maybe something that someone instilled in you a while ago that is still true today. I mean, what's the best lesson you ever learned?
Um, so I mean, if we're gonna talk about football, the best lesson, man, was actually be from my high school coach, Coach Rod. Can't remember his last name at the moment, but Coach Rod, if you're listening, man, I respect you and I love you. And he actually taught me, at a young age, like that this is what you're good at this, man. You need to stick to this schoolwork, everything. You need to sit and do all of this. And he actually, the life lesson he told me is, man, next play in life and everything, just next play. You know what I'm saying? And it goes deeper than just football. It's more so whether you're down in life or whatever it is at the moment, next play, next chapter, next page. Just flip the page. Because each day you have another day to make a better you. You know what I'm saying? Make a better version of you. So I would
Sure.
say, man, Coach Rod, respect and love. It still sticks with me to this day. Next play, man.
Gotcha. Well, the next play actually is my next question, and that question really is I want to get a chance to know who this guy Jay used to be Jonathan Leonard is. So tell me a little bit about yourself, something interesting, fun, unique, special, hobbies, interests, or anything you got. So go ahead and hit me with something.
Man, behind the shoulder pads, the San Jose State stuff, I'm a big nerd, man. I'm a big nerd. I anime is me. Um,
Okay.
yeah, I love me some anime, Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, whatever you got, that's me. And then, when it comes to football, I'm an enforcer. I am an enforcer, and I will be your favorite safety, guaranteed.
Okay. Okay. So again, like you had mentioned some of your favorites there. I know a lot of people like Naruto, so I mean that's kind of a go-to for a lot of people there for anime. So again, I know you grew up. I mean, your mom being in the military, you've traveled all around the world. Um, and what is that one place that you haven't visited yet that you would love to visit? So, what comes to mind for you there?
Well, it's not that I haven't visited. I've lived there. It's just, I was a kid, so I wasn't really able to like explore besides behind the gates. I want to go back to Japan. You know what I'm saying? I want to go and really feel what it feels like to be in Japan. I've visited Mount Fuji, I've seen all of that, but I was a kid. I want to go like now.
Well, I mean, it'd certainly be interesting. So, you
Yeah.
may, get that opportunity. I mean, I know that NFL has occasionally gone out in that direction for
Wow.
like a preseason game.
Dang.
So that's certainly interesting. Uh, so, as we start to close things down here, first of all, tell me what you're doing right now. I mean, you training, you're working at a facility. I mean, you're working towards that pro day. So, I mean, where are you at right now?
I'm actually in San Jose training, getting my body and my mind right for this pro day. Um, it's gonna be a show. I hope pray for the best, keep God first, and it's gonna be a show.
Gotcha. And again, what can we expect from that pro day for you? I mean, you have any idea where you are with any of those numbers or anything?
I think I'm gonna shock a lot of people
Okay, so in a good way,
in
I
a
hope.
good way. In a good way.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Well, do wish you best of luck there in that pro day. As we close everything up, I want to give you the opportunity to address all those pro scouts out there. So go ahead and look into that camera and tell them why they need to take a chance on you, and all that jazz. So hit them with your pitch.
I'll say this, and first and foremost, there's not 20 safeties better than me. Check the film, watch the film, examine the film, whatever you need to do. There's not 20 safeties better than me. I'm the enforcer that you're looking for. I'm the one that's going to make plays for you. That's why you should take the chance on me.
Great. Well, Jay, it's been fun to kind of sit down and chat with you about you and your journey. Again, it's been a crazy long journey,
Right,
and you've
man.
really
Right.
grown through all of that. Gone through a whole lot of adversity, been able to come out on top, which is great. So, I do wish you best of luck with everything you got going on. All right, buddy.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Again, I have with me Jay Leonard. He's a safety out of San Jose State. Definitely check him out.
Thank you, man.